started thinking about this. The transfer portal needs for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Why don't you right now, inside the comment box, can you please list two that are two positions that you feel are transfer portal needs for Alabama? So inside the comment box right now, list what positions are transfer portal needs. I feel that right from the jump, the right tackle position. The right tackle position, I already spoke about this, but Wilcom Formby and Elijah Pritchett, those guys need to develop, and they will. I mean, shoot, they're just redshirt freshmen, right? Maybe they don't have the talent, and it's okay. But look, these are facts, and this is getting serious. Like, if the right tackle is not addressed, Alabama's could be in the same position they're in right now, which is having a glaring issue for every single defense to know about, right? I see a lot of feedback right now at the right tackle position. JG is like definitely the offensive line, because you're going to lose Tyler Booker, and the right tackle position clearly isn't it right now, right? Angel, I see that, man. Kyle, did you see Cam Ward call out the committee and ranking Alabama and feels entitled to me? I mean, we've already talked about that. I mean, and we'll talk about the playoffs here in just a second, but Miami, the strength of schedule wasn't there. They didn't beat a top 25 team. All season long, their games were up and down. They're good at grass basketball, but that's not going to get you into the playoffs. Plus, you lost on the back end, which was a playoff play-in game, to Syracuse. So you're out. The right tackle position, certainly an area of need. How about inside linebacker? I feel because Jahad Campbell's out, Deontay Lawson's out, Justin Jefferson's gone. You got Jeremiah Alexander. You have Justin Okoronkwo, right? You have Caden Jones. You bring in a couple freshmen. I think you need an inside linebacker just as bad as you need a right tackle. That could be a really hard position to fulfill too, right? Is that inside linebacker position. The last three, I don't know. You can kind of go either way. Maybe a tight end. You see how the tight end room is? You're losing Robbie Oots and CJ Dupree. You return Josh Cuevas, who's a baller. You return Danny Lewis. Really hasn't done much here, to be honest. You add Marshall Pritchett, Caleb Edwards. I would just kind of keep an eye out in the transfer portal for a tight end. Right? Yeah, exactly, Todd. You're losing in really good inside linebackers. That's just like that area is a focal point specifically in this really in any defense, but we understand the 4-2-5 now a little bit more since we've had a year of it. And you lose one of those linebackers. I'm surprised we're not talking more about Justin Jefferson, the way that he played and called the plays during the Iron Bowl. That was his first time doing it all season. I think you take, again, like these last three are kind of, I don't know how I feel about this. Maybe a corner. You have Deshaun Jones still here. You just brought in Dejon Lee. Still kind of waiting to see which players do leave in that area. But if you can get a veteran corner, an elite corner, I think you take him. Kind of similar to how you did Damani. But if Damani stays, then you don't need that and you're fine. And if Damani's announcing that he's staying, oh my goodness, that's secondary. Because going into this season, we knew that secondary was going to be a little dicey. And thank goodness they've worked on things. They're much better right now than they were during the middle of the season. During the middle of the season, that secondary, you could just, if you had an average arm, you could beat Alabama over the top. And then I get it. Xavier Brown did get cooked against Auburn, but he also had an interception. They're performing much better overall in the secondary. Maybe a kicker I thought about. Maybe a kicker because, yeah, we get that, Todd. Yeah, Justin Jefferson's gone, Jahad Campbell's gone, and Deontay Lawson. So those guys are out. I was thinking about this. Maybe a kicker. Graham Nicholson, he's leaving. You have Connor Talty coming back. I think you're bringing on a preferred walk-on kicker out of California, is right? Anointed, what's up, man? Yeah, this is live. What's up, man? Appreciate you being here. You have a punter coming in. But man, the special teams, imagine this team right now without James Burnham. Fans don't appreciate a good punter. Fans, I think, understand like and appreciate a kicker. All right, transfer portal entries right now from the University of Alabama. You have Kobe Prentice, Jalil Hurley, right? Each of those guys, interesting enough, out of the state of Alabama, right? You have Keanu Cope, right? A wolf position player. And then you have Jaheim Otis. So 3 guys from the defensive side. I would imagine that more people enter the transfer portal going forward. Remember, it opens up on December 9th. That is when the transfer portal does open up. I think, Alabama and probably players alike, they want to figure out, are we in the playoffs? Are we playing in a bowl game? And I think a lot of that will kind of trickle into if players do decide to hit the transfer portal, right? So coming up this Sunday, which is December 8th, Alabama will learn its ultimate fate on whether they have made the playoffs or not, right? On Selection Sunday. What's up, Todd? I appreciate you being here. And like Sammy says, hit the thumbs up. Appreciate that. So let's keep watch on players that hit the transfer portal on December 9th when it officially opens. One of the things that I was thinking about last night, I was thinking about this. I was like, why not have, if you don't make the tournament, and this would be far more interesting than the bowl game matchups, but you could still have them as the bowl games. Just hear me out. I thought of this myself. I haven't seen this anywhere else. Why not have the top 12 teams that make the playoffs, you make the playoffs, and then the additional teams that are out, why don't you have another tournament for those teams, like the next 12? And to spice it up, why don't you say, and to keep it really interesting, and you can name all these games, have it work exactly like the main tournament, but call this tournament the Play for Cash. Be like, you want to compete? The winning team of this tournament, it's the Play for Cash. You get $2 million to your program, right? And we'll give an additional $500,000 in bonuses to the actual players. It creates an incentive for the players to stay locked in, to continue to compete, right? And then you have these other 12 teams like South Carolina. They could be a 1 seed. Number 2 could be, Ole Miss, right? And you get those next 12 to play in a Play for Cash type tournament. You want to play for all money and you want people to you want this to be serious, have another tournament just for playing cash. Miami could be in there. Miami and South Carolina, you guys could be the 1 through 4 seeds in that tournament. Shane Beamer, as you'll hear after that, he's mad about the fact that they're not in the tournament. Clearly, he's fighting for their team. But straight up, they lost. They lost to Alabama. That's why you're out.